What's up,
Hi, guys.
everybody? It's your favorite couple, every day with H and K. Hope and Kadero here.
Yes.
Great to have you. What's up,
Hi,
everybody?
guys.
Every day with H and K here.
Yep, I'm
That's
Hope.
Hope.
And this is Kadero.
I'm Kadero.
That's right.
But we just wanted to come on here and drop a few gems. You know how we do. This
Those
is not
gems.
This is not a question. It's not a question of the day.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
not a question.
Convo starters. This is us just talking.
Shooting the breeze.
Shooting the breeze, she says. What? Can you do that?
Shooting the breeze.
Can't the turn. Anywho, so we wanted to talk about being your partner's biggest encourager and less of their biggest critic.
Oh my gosh. And I think this is just so necessary because I think there's so much, and we kind of talked about this a little bit before this video, but like there's just so much going on in the world, right? And there's so much negativity, there's so much just feedbacks and clapbacks, and everybody has an opinion and like all of that stuff, and people are judging you sometimes based on Instagram posts, how you work, how you live, all that stuff. So the last thing I want is to come home and now my spouse is telling me, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, you should have did it this way, you should have done it that way. And it's like, seriously, I just experienced life outside of these walls. Like, why do I have to come home, or why should I have to experience that with you? Like, I feel like you should be a safe place where I don't feel judged. I don't feel like you're my critic or watching and criticizing everything that I do. Like,
That's so true. I think that's so real in our world today, especially. Like, I think about it when you said that, I think as a black man, like, all that's going on in this world for black men and women.
And
like, there's so much going on, and the last thing we need is to come home and we're bickering at each other because you don't do this right, or you don't do this right. And I think it's truly about, as husband and wife and as partners, you gotta find those things that you love about your spouse and like encourage that, amplify that. And if those are moments where you want to talk about how can we improve, self-improvement, yes, that's fine. But if you can encourage your spouse and all the great things they do and how they make you feel, that not only benefits you, that benefits them so much, because then that's helping with their self-confidence, their self-esteem. Like that, they can puff their chest out a bit. Like when, I say how beautiful she is, or if I'm encouraging her about how well she cooks. Like, those are things she feels loved, feel appreciated. Right? And those are the moments that are so key in relationships, because sometimes you're not dealing with that, and it gives people the opportunity to kind of be vulnerable. I think when you're an encourager and you're not being a critic, like, it opens that person up. So like, if she's constantly hearing me criticize her and bring her down, like, she's gonna close up. And she's not gonna want to be vulnerable with me and be open with me, because it's like, why do I need to tell him any of my faults or how I'm feeling when he's only gonna just almost like continue to bash me down, like harp on me about it, like, instead of if I can tell him and he's just there to listen. And that's one thing I think husbands, we have a hard time sometimes of being fixers. And when our wives talk and they tell us something, we're like, oh, well, how do I fix it? Well, this is what you should do. Like, let's do this. Like, sometimes they don't want that. Sometimes
you don't need it all the time. Not all the time. They don't need it all the time. Sometimes they just want to be heard and listened to, and let them know how their day was, and you to empathize with them, and then encourage them to be like, hey, well, you the bomb. You don't worry about that thing. You are sexy, you beautiful, you are smart, you are well deserving of all the things you have. Don't you worry about what people are saying, don't you, all that type of stuff. Those are the things that our wives need to hear, men. And like, I think when you're able to do that, you open the door of just greater communication, the greater intimacy with each other when you're able to do that. And I think it's important too, because there's actually an art to encouraging. And I think that some of us may miss the mark at times because, for example, you see that your spouse is gaining weight, right?
That's a slippery slope, fellas.
Very slippery slope,
fellas.
But what I'm saying is the way not to encourage. You don't say, babe, I want to encourage you, put them burgers down. You know you don't need them burgers. I'm not accepting that encouragement.
You like donuts?
You like donuts? I know you like donuts, but put them down. I want to encourage you to put down the fries. Like, I'm not accepting that encouragement. Actually, it makes me want to eat more. Wow. So it's like, if you want to encourage, maybe you can say like, babe, I don't know, guys, I'm really flying off the cuff here, but it's like, I love you so much. I want to see you healthy. I want to see you with me for a long period of time, for the rest of our lives. So, if there's anything I can do to help you get there, because that way it just doesn't sound like, you placing blame and fault. And it's just like, whatever you can do to help, tell her or him, I don't know what the situation is, but tell them that you just want to see them healthy. Yeah. And I think like if you come from a place of love like that, then it's like they can accept it a lot better than just, I encourage you to put down the sodas. Like, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Well, let us know your thoughts on that. Are you an encourager? Are you encouraging your spouse? Or are you being too much of a critic, man?
Build them up. Because the world is consistently tearing us down.
That's true. And we need to be built up as a community, as a family, as a people. So we hope you enjoyed this video. Yes. Please like it. Please comment below what your thoughts are. And at the end of the day, we need you to subscribe.
That's right.
To H&K every day with H&K.
That in the beginning.
We missed that in the beginning. So make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you check out all our other videos. We love and appreciate you guys. Until next time.
Peace.